Hey, I got two words for you: yin and yang. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the wisdom of the ancient Chinese philosophy of these two energies. Because today, when I was doing a little research on the show, I think there's Artemis 2 and the splashdown. That's a positive. There's the Masters tournament. That's a positive. But there were so many negatives. I said, I got to do something that's not negative, right? Everything you read, war crimes, genocide, I wrote these down. Iran, Lebanon, Israel, Jeffrey Epstein, sextortion, global warming, and emperor penguins going extinct. Got this loneliness epidemic, birth rate decline. I mean, it's all bad, but let's talk about something that's good for you. These two energies, they're complementary, they're duality of creation, and they're constantly in balance or out of balance. We're going to be talking about that. But first, of course, the ABCs, all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. You'll see how they will weave their way into this show today because it's about balance. Hey, I want to give a happy birthday shout out to my brother talking about balance. He was born 11 months before I was. Happy birthday to him. He's going to have a great year. But how'd you do? How'd you do today? Hey, got the workout in. I got the 3 checks: sleep, workout, colorful diet. Got the eggs, the kale, the banana, the apple. Pain wasn't as bad as it was in the last few days. So I'm dealing with it. I mean, you have to be dealing with it for all of us. There's always something you're dealing with. We're like the walking wounded. All right, here we go. Everybody knows that symbol, right? It's a circular with the swirl. It's the black and the white. It's yin and yang. What is yin and yang? All right. I mean, I learned all about this. I became a yoga teacher 20 years ago in New York City. This August will be my 20-year anniversary. Camp Yoga, I call it. You can read about that in my memoir. But these are two fundamental energies. All right. Think of the body as a thermostat, right? You know, a home thermostat? The yin acts as a coolant and the yang acts as the heater. Yin, yang, coolant, heater. So the yin embodies quality of this: stillness, coolness, moisture, and inner calm. That's the yin. All right. Think of clouds and darkness, like there's clouds today here in Indianapolis. In a word or 2 words, it's about conserving energy. All right, the yang. Yang's a little bit different. It represents activity, warmth, and external energy. So think of it as an expansive energy, like the sun and rays of sunshine. All right, that's your yang. So they also represent this dynamic harmony between these opposing yet complementary aspects. Okay, think about activity versus rest. Think about tension versus relaxation. Think about digestion versus assimilation and arousal versus calm. Again, they're complementary. So when the yin and the yang become deficient or excessive, this natural coordination breaks down. And in a word, what does it mean? Imbalance. And with imbalance comes illness or many other things. Now, you may have tried acupuncture. I do acupuncture. Acupuncture intends to rebalance. It unblocks the meridian lines of energy that are going through your body. I mean, I love acupuncture. I had it recently. Went down to Nashville to see a friend of mine, did a little acupuncture because, again, I'm dealing with pain on a daily basis. So my energy is blocked without a doubt all throughout my body. So how about this? These are signs of yin deficiency. So if you're deficient in yin, you're getting hot flashes and night sweats, restlessness, insomnia, dry skin, hair, and nails. So those are signs of a yin deficiency. What about the yang deficiency? All right, so if you're feeling chronically cold, even when it's warm, my father was like that. Hey, that was cancer throughout his body. Fatigue or oversleeping. How about this? Sluggish digestion, water retention, loose stool. These are all deficiencies, yang deficiencies. Hair thinning and premature graying. That's also a yang deficiency. Again, there's an imbalance. So what do we need to do? We need to rebalance it. And that can be done. It's not like it can't be done. This is where the ABCs come in. The all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet, because in the mornings, it's about yang, right? The sunshine. And in the evenings, darkness, it's about the yin. So, what do you want to be doing? You want to be working out in the morning. You want to be eating well, right? At night, you want to be resting, bringing it down, and sleeping well. Again, the ABCs, or, night you could do some stretches, but it's all about rebalancing. So, how do we do that? You want to restructure your day to the natural rhythms of the world. In the world, you know, we're talking about exercising in the morning and resting at night, but we're also talking about seasons because there's seasonality, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall. These energies sometimes get out of balance. So you got to pay close attention to the natural rhythm of what's going on out in the universe, how it affects the internal. All right. You got to pay close attention. So in the spring and the summer, you want to be nourishing the yang, right? The sun. You want to be nourishing that. That's where the workouts come in. How about this? The fall and the winter, you want to nourish the yin, right? More restful, more sleep, perhaps. There's less sunlight. So when you wake up in the spring and the summer, again, I think it's crucial that you want to be working out. You want to be exercising. You want to be eating lighter foods, right? Now, when it comes to the winter time or the fall, you want to be eating nourishing foods, resting, and you want to keep warm. That's important. You want to keep warm. All right. What else? How about this? Daily reflection. We talk about meditation, or do what Mr. Rogers does. We did a show on that from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He takes 10 seconds to be thankful, to show gratitude. Well, I think you need to take a moment every day. Take a little bit of time. Maybe it's before you eat. I always do that. Give thanks, but take a moment to self-reflect. This is crucial. Again, it's really good for rebalancing, because what is balance all about? It's about healthy living, healthy aging. You want to be healthy through this longevity, right? Through your lifetime. And the longer you live, the better. But you want to be promoting wellness, right? Promoting wellness in the body, in your life. And the more you're balanced, the more everything is positive and you're promoting wellness, right? Again, hey, if you guys need a little help on that, you get a hold of my book, How to Drink from the Fountain of Youth, 30 Steps to Everlasting Youth. Now, that's kind of fun, and it does mention the yin and the yang, but you really want to have this balance, all right? Forget about all the negativity out in the universe. That kind of gets in your psyche as well. That could affect your balancing. But hey, guys, have some fun with your yin and your yang. Pay attention to it. Now you know what it is. All right, guys, let's go with the 3 Tola takeaways, because we want to finish with that. Again, got to respect the ABCs. Crucial. Bring it into your life. Again, working out every single day to me is key, regardless of the pain. Number 2, spread your love. Pick up the phone. Go visit somebody. That's key, right? Especially with this loneliness. I read there's 51% of young people say they're lonely. Hey, in Houston, they have this Stronger Together movement. Pretty exciting, because that's what's going on. There's a lot of loneliness in there. So bring your love to someone else today in the physical presence. Don't just text. And finally, always be willing to accept someone else's opinion. We're all different. Doesn't mean they're wrong. All right, guys, have an awesome day. And as always, get your workout in.